What's the deal? It's the champ, Shannon Cannon Briggs, two-time heavyweight champion of the world. Y'all want to give a special shout out to my man, Richie Mack, just a black brother living over there in Thailand, doing his thing. Zoom in Thailand. I love it.
Shout out to Shannon Briggs. Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ.
I'm the Travel OG, and I traded in my Hollywood lifestyle for the sexy beaches of Pattaya, Thailand. We're bringing you exclusive interviews, showing you what the golf courses are like, the caddies are like, what the homies like. Zoom to Thailand with your man, Richie Mack, the Travel OG. Well, all right, y'all. This is Thailand versus the Philippines, part 2. I want to thank everyone for all the love and support for Thailand versus the Philippines, part 1. The response has been amazing, guys. This is what inspires me to keep going. I want to thank my big brother Chip, my boy D, my cousin Duke, my man Phil, and Bill, who's always the first people to respond to my video. Salute! Help me to get to 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year, y'all. Then I'm going to do a Thailand versus America. That's going to be hot. So let's get right into it. In part 1, we got into everything from the cost of living to food to beauty. In part 2, we're going to cover everything from buying and owning property out here to renting to the do's and don'ts. But first, we got to pick up where we left off. Love and marriage.
Love and marriage, love and marriage.
People in the States would not believe how easy it is to find a girlfriend in both places, Pattaya in particular. The trick is finding the right one. Let's start with the Philippines. Man, if you looking for a wife, I'm talking about a knockdown, drag out together forever, tougher than leather, spouse till the wheels fall off. Get you a Filipino wife. Why do you think they make such good nurses? They are natural nurturers. They enjoy taking care of you, sometimes better than your own mama. Also, Filipino people are very family oriented. They love to cook, they love karaoke, they love weddings and family events. And you gotta get yourself a Filipino shirt.
So I'm here in the Philippines. The people are so friendly. Like 5 people helping me get my shirt. They're just so nice and helpful. Hey!
Hi, good afternoon.
What kind of shirt did I get? What's it called? No, it's called a Tagalog.
Barong Tagalog.
Yeah, Barong. What did I get? Barong Tagalog.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm rocking, the Barong Tagalog. See how they put it to the kinder care they put in there? See, they don't do this in Thailand, only in the Philippines. They're much nicer in the Philippines.
A lot of times when you marry them, you marry the whole family. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Actually, I think it's a good thing because there's no hate or animosity that comes along with that. Of course, you might have to help out with certain things financially, but that's part of the get down. Family is family. Sometimes we're looked at as the hero, the American foreigner coming to save the day and give their daughter a better life. Once they get to know you, they will generally accept you as family and treat you as such. Be prepared to sing karaoke, so start working on your song before you head out there. I've never been married to a Filipino woman before, but this is the general consensus. If I was the marrying type and I wanted to start a family or I just wanted to live the rest of my life with a wife, I would look towards the Philippines first. So many different islands, so many different people, provinces. And like I said, in Thailand versus the Philippines part 1, the Philippines is an English-speaking country. The main language is Tagalog. They have many other languages and dialects as well, but the kids are taught English in school at a very young age. Filipino people in the deeper provinces may not speak English, but Metro Manila as well as the other provinces like Cebu, sometimes they speak English better than we do. Also, being an expat from America, it's easier to retire in the Philippines compared to Thailand, in my opinion. There are a lot of pros in favor of the Philippines to consider, especially if you plan on moving abroad. Filipino people have genuine, loving hearts. Now, when it comes to Thailand, it's a whole different get down. It's way easier to find a woman in Thailand than the Philippines. Filipino women are more reserved. I'm not saying you can't find a wonderful wife in Thailand because you absolutely can. A lot of Thai women have the same exact qualities as women in the Philippines, if not more. What makes me lean more towards the Philippines is because of the horror stories I've heard in Thailand. Like I said, I personally have never experienced anything like the horror stories I've seen or heard, but you don't hear these horror stories as much in the Philippines as you do in Thailand. If you're looking for a smoking hot, nice body, beautiful young women to have on your arm when you're 40 plus, Thailand has that for you. If you want more options than you can handle, Thailand has that for you. I'm speaking about Pattaya in particular. But what I think about it is, if you're in your 40s or 50s or even 60 years old and you have a 23-year-old Instagram model, how long do you think that's going to last? Will she stay with you for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, sickness and in health? My guess is probably not. However, if you're looking for something that's about 10 years younger than you and not a social media hoe, you can definitely find a good woman in Thailand. Not saying you can't find a good woman in her 20s, but you're rolling the dice if you're looking for a wife and you're a man of a certain age. I'm telling y'all, like the foreigners from like the other countries, man, they be getting in. America's got a little more swag, so they don't get us as much. Now, buying and owning property versus renting. Let me give you the game so you don't get disappointed. Yes, you can buy a condo in the nicest areas, by the beach, on top of a mall and all that, and at a great price. But there's a catch. This is the condo I've rented for almost a year. Originally, I came out here to buy one of these condos in this area. Guard gated, 3 swimming pools, a block away from the beach. I was going to buy a 1-bedroom condo for about $145,000 US. That's a great price, right? Here's the catch. They don't do financing for foreigners. So what that means is you have to pay straight cash, and it's usually the same in the Philippines. An American foreigner cannot finance properties at the time of this video. I can't speak for other countries. I'm just talking about Americans. In the Philippines, they will let you do like a 1-year payment plan of making installment payments, but after that installment period is up, you got to come with the whole balance. That's the catch. This is why renting is a better option for me. Even if I had $145,000 cash, to put it all down on a condo at my age, it don't make sense. If I was in my 30s, I'd absolutely buy a condo out here if I had the money. The property appreciation value is about 3% per year from what I understand. Personally, I would rather build a house to my specifications and spend anywhere from $150,000 to $400,000 US. And that's for a mansion. But there's a catch there also. Foreigners cannot own land. The only way a foreigner can own land is if he's married to a woman of that country. And even if you get married, she owns 51% of the property. So if y'all break up or something happens and y'all don't get together, goes bad, she retains the property. That's the catch. So as long as you know that going in, you won't get any sudden surprises. They also have another way of doing it where you can have a corporation and do it that way. But I just found it's just easier to rent a nice place for a fair price and enjoy my time there as long as I want. Both countries are basically the same when it comes to this. Think about it. If you could buy up all of the properties and condos in the land and build houses there, they wouldn't have a country anymore. It actually makes sense when you think about it. Check out my new crib here in the Pattaya area. I live in a private gated area with our own private park. I'm walking distance to the beach. I have a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom house with a 1-car garage and a pool. The 3rd bedroom is the basement. The window in the basement looks directly into the pool. The light from outside shines through the pool into the basement, giving it like a cool blue color. This place comes fully furnished, and all I had to do was just move in. Nice and easy. The owner was cool. He's from Europe. That's another thing. Make sure the owner is cool, and if there's any issues, they'll address the problems immediately.
Bro, man.
Hey, bro, man.
When are we gonna play backgammon again? Gonna beat your ass?
I'm gonna kick your ass.
This brings us to the laws and rules, meaning what you can and what you cannot do here in Southeast Asia. This is super important. Number 1, leave your stank-ass, arrogant American attitude at the airport. Being loud and arrogant trying to use your American privilege does not work here. They'll put up with it for a minute, but once you cross a line and get into that disrespectful situation, You'll find out real quick you're a guest in this country, and if you don't like the rules they set, then they'll send your butts on the next thing smoking back to your country. Even though this seems like something I shouldn't have to say, I literally watched this dude, a brother, get kicked out of the country for arguing about not wearing a mask. It was on the news and everything. Got him up out of here. They don't play those kind of games out here. The rules are the rules, especially for the foreigners. If you get caught doing something goofy, you could get arrested or thrown in jail for like 6 months for something that we might consider not a big deal. In America, we dog out our political leaders all the time. Don't do that in Thailand and the Philippines. The police will go 0 to 100 real quick. That's when you realize you're simply a visitor with no rights. And when I say rights, I mean the right to talk junk about someone else's country or their leadership. This can get you jammed up. Let me give you another example. Stealing. First of all, the cost of living is so cheap, you shouldn't have to steal anything. But if you were dumb enough to do that, there's no such thing as a slap on the wrist. You're going to jail for 6 months. And when I say jail, I don't mean the cozy jails back at home we have in the States with your little toilet and your sink and all that. They put you in the jail with 15, 20 people with just a shitter. A hole in the ground. You got to go over there and shit with a hole in the ground. You're going to be put in a cell with a bunch of people that don't speak English, and you'll stand out like a sore thumb. Guess who they going to push up on? The living conditions in there, I hear, is nothing nice. To make matters worse, after you do your 6 months for stealing a $5 bracelet, not only do you have to pay a fine after the 6 months, but then they deport you and you're not allowed back in the country for 10 years. I'm not exaggerating. Thailand or the Philippines does not play when it comes to drugs, breaking any of their laws, or speaking negative about the monarchy. The Thais will just throw you in jail for 10 or 20 years. The Philippines doesn't have a monarchy like Thailand. However, they both have a no-nonsense approach to crime. And why would anybody fly 16 to 22 hours to commit a crime? It's just common sense. No one comes out here for that. You know, you get the situation where they love it here so much that they run out of money, they don't want to leave, so they do desperate things so they can stay. They make movies about shit like this. And finally, I gotta tell y'all, leave all your stress at home. Leave it at the airport. You come here to relax, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the people, and hopefully meet someone you can enjoy spending your time with. These places are about bowing your head in respect, politeness, and exchanging goods and services. As long as you play nice in the sandbox, you'll have a great time. There's so many beautiful women here in this beach city, you could drive down the same street every day and not see the same ones. You know, like when you look at a rap video, a lot of times you see the same ones. Every little city we go, and they're all fine, but they're the same ones. Here, they're everywhere. All right, that's all I can show. Cue the theme music.
Next time on Zoom to Thailand.
Have you ever thought about moving out of the U.S. to Thailand or the Philippines? Drop us a line, we can help. And while you guys are watching the credits, I'm going to be working on the next episode. Peace out, y'all. Catch you on the next one.